Yes, Wednesday. My dudes, goods, fee dudes, cis dudes, trans dudes, all the young dudes. August the 22nd. And I wanna bare my soul to you guys tonight about what I'm seeing out there on the streets. Starting to see a lot of signs advertising fall classes and specials on fall fashion. And most troubling of all, on the counter at Walgreens today, I saw Reese's pumpkins. It is too early for pumpkins, especially impulse pumpkins at checkout. I mean, who's thinking about pumpkins right now? I want to see those Reese's eggs still out there. Yeah, from Easter. I'm feeling Easterly. And this is Cash Wednesday, baby. Here on HQ, the live mobile game show where you answer questions to win cash. And I am your host with the Holy Ghost, Scottica Lewinsky, having an epiphany, live from the greatest neighborhood, in the greatest borough, in the greatest city on earth, St. George, Staten Island. With over 400,000 of you, including Gloria, Joseph Corman recovering from back surgery. I hear you've added 2.5 inches. Maybe you can dunk now. Andrew Smith, happy birthday. Eva and SF. Everyone I met at the Staten Island Yankees game, Maya, Kaylin, Brian, and officers Rob and John, and teachers Adam and Steph, who will be teaching each other about how to build a long, loving marriage because they just got engaged. Mazal tov. If you haven't done the damn thing with me before, let me give you the rundown. I ask you a question. You have 10 seconds to answer. 3 choices will pop up on your screen. If you get that question right, I ask you another. Rinse, repeat, until you've answered all 12 correctly, at which point I open up my wallet and pay you out. Our cash prize tonight is 5,000 Valentine beers, 5,000 Bedazzled DVDs, 5,000 Buckaroos. Well, that's enough to book passage to Williamsport, Pennsylvania, catch the Little League World Series, see Big Al hit dingers. You guys heard of music? You've heard of music, right? It's all the rage these days, and we're going to be asking all about it tomorrow night, 9 p.m. It is music theme night with special musical guests. Yeah, they created a new word for tomorrow. That's how special it's going to be. It's going to be special and musical. You know, the one good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. But it could be painful or rewarding tomorrow. Take the test with us. But tonight, we got a quiz, right? I'm bringing fire. I'm bringing heat tonight. Last night, I almost melted Ice Cube with my heat. Hey, did you catch the show last night? We had Ice Cube in the house. Next, we're going to have iced tea on the show, then get some lemonade, make an Arnold Palmer. I'm getting refreshed just thinking about it. These dog days are barking, HQD, so what do you say we get down to the nitty-gritty and we get this show on the road with Numero uno. Which of these is a popular professional sport? Foot base, basketball, or puck goal? I think paying off porn stars is our most popular sport. These days, could be our new national pastime, guys. A lot of weird sports out there in this wide world, but I'm fairly confident foot base and puck hole aren't among them. Basketball? I've heard of that. That's the sport Air Bud plays. 433,980 are dishing and swishing, posting and toasting to Q2, which is not a common iPod accessory. Protective case, headphones, or a printer. First you get the iPod, then you get the accessories, then you get the women. Anyone still buying iPods? I don't know. Portability issues have kept an iPod printer from coming to market. Yeah, 414,707 saying, computer, can I get a printout of Oyster smiling? And Q3. By definition, what is necessary to make chili con carne? Meat, tomatoes, or cheese? Crack your Spanish-English dictionary much? Don't sound like you do. Chili con carne? Con with carne? What is that? Con carne with what? If I had a host of ghosts living on my street, I'd strive to stay alive and offer them some meat. Meat is carne, like carnivore? Huh? 323,790. It's time for the meat stick. Bury the meat stick at Q4. The Reconstruction era was the period of U.S. history following what war? America. One case in our history where we kind of beat ourselves and we needed time to reconstruct, put ourselves back together. That'd be the Civil War. The Reconstruction followed. Lasted about 10 years, then everybody got racist again. 194,939 of you leading the cavalry to Q5. Which state's nickname is the opposite of later? North Dakota, Idaho, or Oklahoma? There was a mad rush to grab this Indian territory when it was opened up to settlers. The border waited for the signal, but some snuck in sooner. And that's why Oklahoma is called the Sooner State. 125,647 saying, boomer, sooner or later, it comes down to fate. You might as well be the one at Q6. Many Guatemalans speak languages from what ancient family? Aztec, Inca, or Maya? I shouted out a Maya tonight. How about that? 3 great empires left their mark on what is now called North, Central, and South America. The Incas were way down in Peru, and the Aztec Empire was largely a Mexican affair. But present-day Guatemala is right in the midst of Maya country. Yes, 69,345. Getting this one right. I'm making a Mayan prediction for all of you. And you're getting Q7. Oh, it came true. What group of people receives an APGAR score? Babies, pre-med students, or military recruits? What group of people? Who are these people? The APGAR score was named for Dr. Virginia Apgar, who came up with a quick test to be administered to newborn babies, taking 1 and 5 minutes after birth to see if they need immediate care. 50,361 saying, oh, baby, how were you supposed to know? I don't know, but you knew it. Q8. What Australian coast is dominated by the Great Dividing Range? North, east, or west? Good day to our Aussie players down under. Yeah, Australians are playing HQ. What a world. And it's like, what? Noon tomorrow over there? You're in the future? What's it like? Well, I'll tell you about the Great Dividing Range. You guys know. It's a mountain range that plays a critical role in dividing Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne from pretty much everything else in Australia, which it does by standing watch all along the continent's east coast. East coast. Rompin', stompin', 21,240. Representing tonight, taking the highway through the Great Divide to Q9. Of these scientists, who was the first to suggest a heliocentric solar system? Galileo, Ptolemy, or Copernicus? Ptolemy. Oh, Ptolemy. By far the earliest of these 3 to dig space. Too bad he was into a geocentric solar system. Oh, snap! Galileo Galilei famously took heat for putting the sun in the middle, but he was building on the pioneering work of Poland's own Nicolaus Copernicus. 14,832 know their astronomy history. You're blasting off for Q10. In which of these places do garbage trucks often play classical music? Taiwan, Vienna, or Mexico City? Before trucks began signaling that it's garbage time in this country with classics like Beethoven's Federalise, people simply ate their garbage. No, that's not true. But what is true is that Taiwan has musical garbage trucks. Also true, Chin Feng Chen, first Taiwanese player in the major leagues. 8,735 are trucking like the HQ.man to Q11. Which of these is not a primate? Kinkajou, marmoset, or loris? Guys, if you're playing this, you're probably a human. You're probably a primate. Primates are our closest relatives. We should really know the names in our family tree, huh? Marmosets live in trees. Nice marmoset. They're in South America. They are among the smallest primates. And over in Africa, you'll find similarly sized lorises. And do yourself a favor. After HQ tonight, YouTube slow loris eating a rice ball. But kinkajous are closer to raccoons, not primates. 5,283. Getting kinky with kinkajous tonight on HQ. And you're also getting Q12, the final round. It all boils down to this. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. You might win. Q12, $5,000, 100,000 people watching. Nearly 60 years ago, Winnie the Pooh became a surprise New York Times bestseller in what language? Latin, Klingon, or Yiddish? 5,283 HQDs had made it all the way to the end tonight, getting litty with me at Q12 with this literature question. Now, if you're trying to get fluent in a less than common language, what better way to help than with children's literature? That was possibly the thinking behind the first ever Latin New York Times bestseller. Yeah, the first book written in Latin to make the New York Times bestseller list, written by Alexander Leonard. It was a careful translation of A.A. Milne's classic, Winnie le Pooh. Winnie the Pooh in Latin. 4,711 Latin lovers are our winners, baby! Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, cuddly little snuggly, all stuffed with fluff, and winning HQ is 4,711 of you, splitting $5,000 at $1.06. They were throwing some change. You can keep it, you filthy animals. Superior, CH, you're winning. Voy Fufu 7, Just Artsy, Most Arrow, Saja 13, Demon Cat, TWS 2003, Wag 56, Corilla, oh that's a cutie, Danny W, Carson Wen's in the house, Coco Chanel, Zompwad, so many more of you. You did it. You won HQ in the Winnie the Pooh question. You call me Christopher Robin. And tomorrow, remember, come back, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. It is music theme night here on HQ. Better take the Doobie Brothers' advice and whoa, listen to the music. And then study that music and then try to imagine what I might ask about that music. We got special guest, Hoodie Allen is going to be here and more to be announced. So just crank that old Victrola and put on your rocking shoes. Until then, I remain Scott Rogowski saying good night. I'm going to go make my famous mimosa, a little sparkling water and a glass full of regular water. Good night.